To complete your practice grid drawing, you're going to need the following supplies. You will need 2 pieces of strip paper, your 3 drawing pencils, and your tortillon, or also called blending stump. Before you can get started, you need to label both the photograph and also the grid. Place your letters across the top and place your numbers down the side. You're going to label the blank grid on the right-hand side the exact same way that you labeled the grid with the picture. Place the letters across the top and then place your numbers down the side. To get started, you're going to need to take the 2 strips and you're going to place the strips over top of the photograph and try to isolate 1 box at a time. This is going to help you break the picture down into little small bite-sized manageable chunks. Figure out which box you're in and then just draw the contours of what you see in that box. Try to not think about the fact that this is a giraffe that you're drawing. Try to only draw what you are literally seeing in that box and just think about it as lines, shapes, and values. So once I've filled up the general contours, I'm going to use my different pencils to add the different values of shading. Again, I'm only looking at what is in this one box and I'm drawing what I see in the box to the right. Once I've completed that box, I'll move my strip of paper over and then I'm going to repeat that process. I'm going to try and draw just what I see. I always like to look and see where the line or the shape starts on the box and where it ends on the box. That'll help you draw it correctly. And then you're going to shade it in. Notice that I'm not drawing out all the lines on the entire giraffe first and then going back and shading. I'm literally completing 1 box at a time. I first draw the basic contours of only what I see in that box, and then I shade in what I see in that box. Again, I want to make sure I'm using all of my pencils. So I'm using my 2H pencil to draw the contours. I'm using my HB pencil to shade in some of the lighter values, and then I'm going back with my 6B pencil to block in my dark values. As I move throughout this drawing, I'll also use my tortillon or blending stump to blend out some areas where I see less texture and more graded tone. The idea is that you want to get the correct proportion of the picture. Just like when we did this on our baseline drawing, we're drawing the giraffe larger than what it is in the picture. Proportion is the way that different parts relate to each other. So I want to make sure that I'm drawing the correct parts in relationship with each other from the smaller drawing and then enlarging them to the correct proportion on the larger drawing. By breaking this down into the small parts, it's really going to help you draw what you see and not what you think you see. It's also going to help you not get overwhelmed. By breaking it down into little bite-sized chunks, you'll be able to just concentrate on 1 box at a time, and you'll see how easy it is to maximize the amount of detail in your picture, and then again, also getting those proportions correct. When you're done, try to compare this drawing where you're using the grid enlargement technique to what you did for your baseline drawing and see how much better you did.